How you all going? I'm the naturopath from New Zealand. Thanks for checking out my channel. Isn't krill a superior source of omega-3 than the Alaskan pollockfish? So krill is something I've been looking at now for a long time. I got excited with krill when I first saw Dr. Joseph McCullough marketing krill. I think it was back in the 90s. And I looked into it and I thought, wow, this looks pretty cool. But I've always been skeptical and suspicious of these kinds of new fandangled omega-3 supplements. Krill has only been really fished and used on humans for a few years, so we don't really know what the long-term health effects are on it at all. We do know, however, looking at the deep sea cold water fish species like cod and pollock, for example, which have been studied now for 50 plus years. I mean, we know the health benefits from the high DHA and EPA from that. So I'm sticking with fish. The other reason, the main reason I've kept away from krill is because I discovered some things that got me quite upset, because I like sea life, I like all kinds of creatures, but some of the whales, I think it's the humpback whale, relies almost exclusively on Antarctic krill for its food. Right? I found this interesting report online. A scientist called Dr. Carly Holyoake from the Murdoch University in Australia. She said there's an active krill industry in the Antarctic waters that the whales feed in, and there's little to no research in these areas was currently undertaken regarding the increasing stranding of malnourished whales and the shrinking krill population. So what Dr. Holyoake did was take many samples, fat samples from all these dead whales that she found, all these malnourished female whales that were pregnant, and she found they just weren't getting the krill that they normally get. But she did point out it was due to overfishing and probably also global warming. So for that reason, I wouldn't touch krill, because I think we should leave it in the oceans for the whales to feed on. The whales don't feed on the Alaskan pollock. Right? So Alaskan pollock is not that important in the food chain in terms of, you know, the pelagic species. Nowhere near as important as the krill is. And it's predominantly harvested in the Antarctic, and it's really sad because we're taking food away from creatures that are becoming malnourished. So both krill and omega do contain EPA and DHA. While krill oil may have benefits, the research points out it's better to rely on omega-3 sources that have received a much greater deal of scientific scrutiny, and that's the fish omega-3. Okay, so if you look at Alaskan pollock fishery in the United States, it's apparently one of the largest, most well-managed fisheries on Earth. It's been going a long time, and it will be fished for many more years to come. Living in icy cold and pristine waters of the Bering Sea, the Alaskan pollock are a premium and sustainable natural source of high-grade and clean protein, as well as the omega-3 fatty acids. While the Alaskan pollock is now widely regarded as one of the healthiest natural sources of fish protein in the world, and in a very low risk category for any environmental toxins like mercury or pesticides. So the stocks are not overfished, and the spawning mass targets are above level for all three fish stocks. So, yeah. The other thing I always recommend people to do is, of course, to consume alpha-linoleic acid, which is the starting point for DHA and EPA. You can convert ALA into EPA and DHA, but it's nowhere near as good as consuming the fish oil direct. So that's why I don't like krill, all right? For a couple of reasons. We haven't researched it thoroughly enough. We don't really know exactly what's going to happen in 50 years from now, people. And also, it's the food chain thing I don't like. Thanks for tuning in.